up, Gene?
What up, man? How are you?
I'm good. We are in another location today.
We are. First time, second time in the facility,
Yep.
or at least the property.
Yep.
We tried this last year. That didn't go so well.
I know that was a bummer. It is posted, but that was it was pretty jank.
Yeah, this shortest one we've done.
Very short, and most of it was crap. I think like the last 10 minutes was okay, but the whole 20 minutes leading up was junk. So we are here today at the Bonnie Lake High School Teal and Steel Car Show, which is actually way more than a car show this year. They've
It's
expanded.
a whole lot of stuff here. Wow.
They've got the whole stuff downstairs.
It's like a craft show downstairs.
bazaar.
A bazaar, yeah. And
And
it's not just downstairs, and it's actually down in another building.
In the gymnasium.
In the gymnasium, too.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I don't know how many vendors. It's a lot.
Yeah, oh, yeah, it's a lot.
And then the car show, not so great because the weather,
The sky opened up on us, and again.
If you want to go show your car, you want the weather to be good so that you can have it all nice and dialed and stuff. And so most people that want to participate in the car show aren't going to go out when it rains.
Yep.
I came out because I want to support the school. This is the only car show I ever do. I don't go to car show to hang out for hours and hours, but I want to support the school. But then also they've got big vehicles out there this year.
They had that. The Army guy gives the acronym
JLTC.
JLTC. Is that what it is?
Yep.
That's a beast.
That is like a Hummer on steroids.
Armored Hummer on steroid.
Armored Hummer on steroids.
And it's got a little Parasangue-esque, like the Ferrari Parasangue-esque, with the four-way active suspension. So because it's car show, they cracked open the hood, the forward-facing hood, tilt hood, and they laid it out on bags. So it's laid out. It's the front of the tires cambered in. It's actually pretty cool looking.
What are the size of those tires?
Oh, good Lord, those are huge.
They're-
I gotta believe they're 40-somethings.
Oh, I think they're probably
44s or something.
They're big.
They're big.
It's impressive compared to the time that I spent and what I drove around in.
Me
compared
too.
To that thing.
Man.
When you mentioned
It's like the lap of luxury in that. Come on. It's ridiculous.
They had AC. I've never even heard of that.
AC in a military vehicle? No.
I remember the first time I actually experienced AC in the military, not in the vehicle because we didn't have any of that. But when I moved from the infantry over to Signal Corps, and I remember one of the first exercises, it might have been out in Yakima, really hot in the summer, and I walked into the SICUP tent, which is where all the S3 ops were located, and it was all nice and cool. I was like, the heck is going on here, man? AC? Now they got it in vehicles. They have cameras, front and rear cameras. They had their phones plugged in.
It had cup holders. Cup holders. Also had a 4-point seatbelt.
4-point seatbelt.
4-point seatbelts.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Man, it makes the Hummers look like Fred Flintstone.
Oh my God, it makes them look like the Cup V's. It just.
That's right.
So they had that. That was cool. They also had looks like the Department of Works, Bonnie Lake Department of Works. They had all kind of giant. We didn't even get. They were pulling in.
Yeah.
But they've got all kind of heavy trucks. Police. They got armored police vehicles out there.
They got a really nice parade ready. I don't even know what that is. That's
It's a septic tank.
It's a septic tank pump truck.
Yes.
Whatever. It's got orange anodized wheels.
Oh,
It's got
my
an
gosh.
American flag and that whole aluminum front grill.
Yeah.
All laser cut. I mean, it's nice. He said he put it in what, 2 or 3?
There's three local parades they put it in.
I can see why. I mean,
That's
it's
hilarious.
nice.
It's a septic truck. But shout out to Advanced.
Yeah.
You guys have got
That's nice.
really sweet truck.
Yeah, and I like the little plushy toy they gave us, which is a poo with a smiley face on it. I'm going to take that. Oh, he took the grenade from the military.
Yeah, I've got a little squishy toy
Squishy
here
grenade.
That's it looks like a grenade. I've never seen one of these before. I actually like it. That's kind of cool. It's
so when you're mad at somebody at work, like I want to blow the grenade, you're going to grab it.
Oh, you know that
fake
story
pull the pin.
You know that story I was telling you about earlier about the individual and the painting of the windshield?
Yes. Oh, yes.
I don't need to go into detail.
Just put the grenade on the windshield and
I
walk
know,
away.
Right? Just walk away. Message given.
That's too funny.
We're here at the car show. So before we talk, we could talk a little bit about the car show. Anything else that's been going on in your world?
No, since we last spoke, no, I've been traveling for work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just been traveling and hanging out with my kid who was home from the Army for a couple weeks.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was great to see him and his girlfriend. I spent as much time with him as I possibly could.
Yeah, because you didn't go to
I know.
our event.
Track day and
yeah.
what you talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
So because I won't see him again. I told him, don't come back next year. Not because I don't want my son to come home. Don't come back, son. I love my son. I love his girlfriend. I want to see him as much as I can. But he said, you're young. Go travel the world. Do what I did. Right? Go to another country while you're in the Army. Go and enjoy that. So don't come back home to Washington.
Don't come back home.
Just to be home with us, even though I love it. I mean, I said you'll regret not spending more time traveling more. I do. I wish I would have spent more time traveling. So I said, don't do that. I'll come see you in Hawaii. How about that? I've got a customer out there. One. So I'll find an excuse to get out to Hawaii, or we'll just come see you.
Yeah, or you just go visit.
Yeah. That's another way too.
Well, let's see. I guess the event that you missed, that we had a track day down in ThunderHill. Mm-hmm. That was quite eventful.
Oh, eventful for you, for sure.
Yeah, definitely eventful for me.
Man.
The track day was on a Thursday. We drove down. There's a group of 12 of us. Rented the track. We went down on a Wednesday. Drove down on Wednesday, track day Thursday, and then planned to come back on Friday, because I flew out Saturday morning, and I was gone out of country for a while. I planned on leaving super early in the morning to get down there maybe around 5 o'clock. The track wouldn't let me pull onto the premise, which is interesting. I could camp there the day of the event, but I couldn't go there the night before, even though the track was open. I don't know how, something with their insurance. So they're going to let me just park out front of the entryway. They said, yeah, just pull there. You can sleep there. No big deal. So I was going to leave early, but I had a bunch of work stuff, so I wasn't able to actually leave until 10:30, 11, 12, or something like that. It was much later than I had wanted. So I get on the road. I guess the good thing is that I missed traffic from really by Fort Lewis, Portland. I missed all that traffic. Like, I had no issues whatsoever. So that was pretty good. I'm driving. Really no problems. I took my time, pull over to a rest stop if I got tired. One point I pulled over and took like a 30-minute nap, pull in, get gas, I'd eat some food. I really wasn't in too big of a rush. Since I'd left so late, I wasn't going to be there early, so I'm like, if I get there at 10, 11, midnight, it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to pull in and go to sleep and then wake up in the morning, and the track opens at 7. So I get just past, let's see, where was that? Past Mount Shasta.
Okay, so that's down there, yeah.
Yeah, down in California.
Yep.
I came over I passed Mount Shasta. I don't know if there was another pass right past that, but anyway, I had crested the hill, and everything was downhill, at least for the next bit. The truck and trailer had towed perfect the entire time. I've never had any problem. I mean, my truck's got 170,000 miles on it.
It's just barely broken in.
I mean, it's a diesel.
Yeah.
It runs great. And the Duramax. I crest the hill, and I hear a weird noise in the engine, like really weird. Immediately, I lost power.
The engine light come on and anything?
Engine light came on.
Oh, so right as you lost power, engine light.
Yep, cut. But I've got about 3 miles downhill. I literally coasted all the way the next 3 miles. I just coasted all the way down.
On the brake.
If I needed to tap the brake, I would tap the brake. But since I lost power, I didn't want to really slow down. So I want to keep as much speed as I could without getting myself in a position where I couldn't stop quick enough. So I rode that all the way down. And I remember that it was starting to level off. So I'm like, okay, I need to find a gas station or somewhere soon, pull off so I can see what's going on in my truck. So I come off, I get off the exit, and they said there was a gas station, but when I get off, it's one of those where the gas station is not right off the exit. It's like a little further away. So I get off, and you get off to the right, and then you go to the bottom of the ramp, and then you make a left-hand turn. So I'm like, well, I can't come to a dead stop. So I just kind of continue rolling through. And this is, by the way, like 9 o'clock at night. So I roll through the stop sign, and then it continues down the hill to the left. I'm like, golly, I'm getting kind of far away from the interstate, but I got to find a place to pull over. And so I kind of wind down maybe half a mile, and then there's the gas station. So I
still coasting, or are you on gas?
Still coasting.
Oh, that's good.
I'm still coasting.
Thank God you didn't have to go up. You'd have been hosed.
I would have been done. So as I coasted into the gas station, I'm like, oh, I need an area where I can like be away from people. I don't want to block the gas station and people getting in. So there's kind of a gravel lot on the side. So I'm like, I'll just spin around there. As I go around, I have no more like my coasting ability has run out.
Right.
And so I just pulled to a stop, and that's where I stopped. Turn it off, and I'm thinking, did I overheat it? I mean, because I just crested a pass. Did I overheat it? I don't know. So I turned off the engine, pop it up, check the oil. That oil looks good. I didn't really smell anything burnt or anything. Looked at the coolant. Everything looked good. I'm like, gosh, I'm not sure what's going on. So pop the hood, just let it cool down.
And that's when you and I started texting each other.
Yeah, then we started texting at that point. I cranked the vehicle, and it sounded like it was throwing a rod, is what it sounded like. I thought the engine was going to blow apart. I was really worried. I'm like, crap, I threw something with a piston, something, because it was just rattling really bad. So I'm on the internet. I'm trying to, look up what's going on. I'm not sure what's the problem, and this guy pulls in a truck. He had a diesel truck. It was a Dodge truck. Pulls in to the gas station, goes in to get something to drink. I had the hood up. I'm on my phone in the truck trying to look up what's going on. I think I had found what I thought might be the issue. And then this guy, I noticed he's leaving. And I'm like, man, secretly I hope he stops by here. Like, he's in a diesel truck. He might know something, right? He pulls over. He's like, hey, you need a hand? I'm like, yeah.
Which, by the way, that's rare for people to do that nowadays.
It is super rare for someone just to stop, right?
Yeah. And it could be sketchy. Could be sketchy.
Right. I mean, I'm not it's pitch dark at night. Mm-hmm. I'm off an exit that the gas station is not right off. So I'm,
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't know what you're getting into, right? This guy pulls over. You need some help? I'm like, something's happened with the vehicle. I'm not sure what's going on. And he's like, you want me to take a look? Yeah, sure. He's like, let me grab my reader. And I thought, at that moment, I'm like, oh, okay, this guy's good, right?
Okay, this guy's got his stuff down.
He has his own reader right with him. And he jumps out and he's like, yeah, I'm studying to be a mechanic. I want to be a mobile diesel mechanic is what I want to do.
Lord.
Exactly.
Yeah, right?
Lord, thank you for putting me in this spot where this guy.
That spot at that time.
I mean,
wow.
He pulls out the reader, looks it up, and sees what the codes are. And those are the codes that I had found on the internet that it looked like it had something to do with injectors 2 and 7. I said, well, what I read on the internet is that you can do an ice pick hack. He's like, oh, my buddy just did this. He's like, I know exactly what the problem is. So he's like, I don't have a pick on me. Let me go home. I only live a mile from here or whatever. Guy goes home, comes back, gets the pick.
An ice pick, like a legitimate ice pick.
It's and
12
inches long, very fine point on the end. And you have to take off the injector, so the wiring harness on injector 2, I'll go through the problem in here in a minute, but he pulled it off and he's doing like the ice pick hack. He tried to call his buddy, but his buddy didn't answer, so he looks online and he kind of sees what it is. We think we do it, put it back on, cut truck cranks. Like, awesome. Like, cool, man. And I'm like, I'm really appreciative of you just stopping to do something. He's like, you know what? Let me give you my phone number. Let me know if you make it to your destination. I'm like, okay, cool. So I took his phone number. He takes off. I get onto the interstate. Literally, as soon as I pull onto the interstate, engine light comes on, power dies. So I pull right back off to the side of the road. Now, at this point, the shoulder is only as big as my truck. Big trucks going by, they have to go into another lane because they would hit me because I'm like right on the line. So I text him back, and I'm like, you're not going to believe this, but my truck died. I'm going to see if I can limp down to the next gas station. He's like, okay, text me if you get there. Let me know. So the truck's in limp mode, and I can go 5 miles an hour, okay, about 5 miles an hour. So he said, just see if you can get to the next station. Okay, so now I'm limping. About 5 miles an hour is all I'm going.
Oh.
Luckily, the next exit is a mile away, and there's a gas station. I pull off. You go off as I'm driving, so this is a funny thing. As I'm driving, engine light goes off. I get power again. I'm like, okay, thank you, but I'm still getting off the exit.
Right, you're not messing around this time.
Not messing around.
No.
So I get off the exit, and when you go to the bottom of the hill, the gas station is back up the top of the hill. As soon as I try to go up, engine dies again. So I'm going 5 miles an hour up this hill, towing the trailer in the car. It took me like 5 minutes to get up this hill, and it's not that far, but you're barely moving.
Yeah.
So anyway, I pull over. The gas station is actually closed, but it's well lit, so that was a good thing. So I call him back. I'm like, hey, man, I'm dead. It's dead again. He said, I'll be right there. I didn't even ask him. He's just like, I'll be right there. I'm like, I appreciate it. So he shows up, brings the ice pick back. You know, we flip open the hood, and he goes to town with the ice pick, with the wiring harness, you know, trying to reset that little pin, because that's what basically it tricks the engine into thinking that there's not a problem. There is a problem with the harness, but by resetting that pin with the ice pick, the engine can continue to operate just fine. What we found out is that when it goes into that limp mode, it actually cuts off 4 cylinders. So there's only 4 cylinders running. I don't know which 4 cylinders, but it's out of balance. It's just
for sure.
It's just like crazy. So we're sitting there. He's, you know, under the hood. We got the lights on. Got all my tools out. Going to town with a pick. We think we get it. He thinks he's got it, right? So it cranks up again. I'm like, all right, good. Hey, can I take the ice pick? And then when I drive back through here, I'll drop the ice pick back off. And he's like, don't worry about the ice pick, man. He's like, I had to go looking for the ice pick. I haven't used it forever. Just don't worry about it. So I'm like, all right, I appreciate it. Then we start talking. He's like, what do you got in the car? What do you got in the trailer? So I flip open the escape hatch. And so we're talking about the car. And he's got a souped up Dodge Charger.
Nice.
And that thing sounds, I think he's got, I don't know if he's got, if it's catless or he's got sport cats, he's got headers on it, but it sounds, it's got an exhaust. It sounds really mean, really, really good. So anyway, we're talking about cars, and then we're talking about somehow we got onto the military or something, and I'm going to mess this up, sorry, man. I think his dad was a sniper or was a ranger. Maybe his dad was a ranger and his uncle was a sniper, Marine sniper, something like that. So we start talking about, you know, military stuff, and I'm like, you know, how appreciative I am that I got stuck in the middle of nowhere. I don't know you from anybody. You just happened to pull in at this time. You're a diesel mechanic. You troubleshot my vehicle. You spent time working with me. At this point, it's like 10:30 at night, and you're still. He came back to find me, you know, at the next thing, and your work. So I was just like, I am really, really appreciative of what you did, and he's like, you know, that's just the right thing to do.
That's cool.
Really good guy. I mean, so we think the truck is running.
I heard the word "we think the truck is running."
Thinks the truck is
running,
running,
and I see the smile on your face.
Well, I looked up where the Chevy dealership is, the closest one, and it's about 70 miles away.
Oh, no.
Thankfully, I'm past the mountains, so I don't have to go over any inclines, and it's pretty much flat from there on out. So I'm like, okay, got the pick. I know what to do. He takes off. Same thing. I literally get onto the interstate, and it dies again. Like immediately. Pull back over. Now I've got the ice pick. Thank goodness. So I go and try to reset the pin, and after about 5 minutes, I get it plugged back in, truck cranks. So now I'm like, okay, I don't know if it has something to do with the elevation, with the load it's putting on the vehicle, but now that I'm on flat, after I get back on the interstate, it's all flat, hopefully I'll be good. I drive 30 miles an hour for the next 75 miles.
Oh, man.
Thank goodness at this point it's
doing that because it's flat, little load, and you're not overtaxing the system.
Yeah, and there's no traffic.
Yeah.
Right, so it's like 11:30 at night, so there's nobody except truckers. So I've got the flashers on, 30 miles an hour. It takes forever to go that slow. But I made it all the way down to Reading. Okay. So I pulled over into Reading. I get off, and I pull into actually, I go down to find the dealership. A lot of dealerships just have their lot open. I'm just going to park there by the service bay and sleep right there.
Yep.
Well, they have all their gates locked, so I can't get in. And there's an incline to get into. Once the gate opens, there's an incline to get up the hill to where the service bay is. That's not going to work. So I circle back around, and I go to the first gas station that's wide open. I pull in there, and I tell the guy what's going on. I'm like, hey, you got this big area beside. Can I just pull there and sleep for the night? I'll be gone in the morning. He said, sleep on the road, no problem. You can park the truck on the road, but you can't park where I asked because that's where the dumpsters are. And he's like, they'll have trucks coming in to empty, and it's where they load out the trucks to load the drinks and stuff. I'm like, okay, I'll be okay here because there's some sketchy looking people there. I was worried, like, I'm not going to lie. There was some really rough looking people hanging at the gas station outside. He's like, no, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. So I'm like, okay. So I go move the truck, park it there, get it all set up. And I'm going to sleep in the truck. I'm not going to go in the back. I'm going to sleep in the truck. And
you wouldn't have room in the back, would you? Oh, you would because of the trailer, because in the front of the car. Yeah, that's right.
But I see a police. So I go over to police officer, and I startled him, which I knew I probably would. So I tried to approach him from the front, so he would. I came up from his side, and I startled him. I'm like, "Hey, sorry, don't mean to scare you." And I told him the situation, and he's like, "Yeah, no problem. I'll let dispatch know that don't bother the vehicle. You're fine. Don't tow it or anything." He's like, "How long do you need to leave it there? Like 2 days?" I'm like, "No, I'll be gone in the morning." He's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, don't worry, you'll be totally fine." So I go get in the truck, and these sketchy people that were kind of hanging around the front of the store have now moved over beside the store where my truck is. So it took me a while to fall asleep just to feel comfortable. So I'd locked everything up. Normally I don't even lock my trailer, but I went and put padlocks on everything so it locked up. Went to sleep, got up at 6 o'clock. Dealership opened, service opened at 7. Got up at 6, pulled down there, but parked on the side of the street. I can't drive in, I'll just walk in. So there's maybe by 6:30 people have started arriving at service bay. There's a first guy had parked outside the service bay, and I just walked inside. I'm like, "Hey, I've got a question. I know you don't open till 7. Can I just hang out here?" He's like, "No, you're not allowed to. You got to go outside." I'm like, "Well, I can just stand right beside the door." He's like, "Nope, you got to go outside." Okay, whatever. So I go outside the door. So I'm standing outside the door. And then at 7 o'clock, I can go in the door.
Of course.
So I go inside and I know exactly what the problem is. It's injectors 2 and 7. I need to get a replacement harness for that. Maybe you guys can just take a look at it, but that's what I need to do. And he's like, "Well, if you want us to look at it, then we'll have to do a full diagnostic. And we're full today, so we'll try to squeeze you in sometime this afternoon." Let's forget that. I don't want you to do anything. I know what the problem is. I'm 99% sure what the problem is. Can I just get the part? He's like, "Yeah, the part department will open up at any minute now." So I'm like, "Okay, fine." Guy wasn't like overly helpful. Like, I don't know. He just wasn't very helpful. Parts guy opens up. I walk over there and I tell him. Guy's like, "Oh man, absolutely." He's like, night and day difference from the first guy I talked to this guy. He's like, "Oh, I know exactly what the problem is. It's 2 and 7 and they make a kit for it." I said, "A kit?" He's like, "Oh yeah.
Known issue?
It's a known issue, number 2 and number 7. And the problem is where the injector harness comes in, it comes in at a 90-degree angle. All the other cylinders, they come in at a swooping angle, but the 2 on the corner are hard 90. And over a period of time,
just breaks.
It's just going to wear out,
yeah.
Right? So you have to buy them in a kit. So he looks it up and he's like, "Well, the good news is we sell them. Bad news is I don't have it in stock. Other bad news is I can't get it here for 2 days." I'm like, "Okay, I can't be stuck for 2 days because I got to get home. Like I'm flying out on Saturday morning." So the guy is like he's trying to help me all kind of stuff. So he punches in some stuff. He's like, "Actually, there's an O'Reilly's in town, and they have one in stock. Their systems are connected from a part standpoint."
Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. I can go down there." And he's like, "But they don't open till 8. This is at 7.
Yeah.
They don't open till 8. I've got another hour. I have an hour and a half to go to get to the track. And this is at 7:30, so I'm like...
And the track goes hot at what, 9?
9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I'm in the first group. I'm going to gamble. I'm going to drive down to the track because it's all flat. I shouldn't have a problem. I'm going to gamble it. I leave, drive down to the track. Right?
That's a big gamble, dude.
It's a big gamble. But the truck had done flawless the entire time.
At 30 miles an hour.
At 30 miles an hour. But now I'm going to be going a little bit faster, but it's all flat. I started at 30, got to 40, 45. I got to 50 and I didn't push it. Okay, so I held at 50. The truck's doing just fine. Boom, 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 boom. So I get there. I had messaged the group earlier. I said, "Hey, I'm going to pull in right as the track goes hot. Can I go in the second session? So let someone in Group B go in Group A, and then we'll swap back." They said, "Okay, no problem." I pull in the track. 8:52 is when I pull in the track.
Nice.
Now, when you pull in the track, they have two. They have a 3-mile and a 2-mile track. We're on the west track. And to get to the east track, you just pull in and you park. The west track, you have to go up and over a hill.
Oh, no.
Not joking. It's a pretty steep hill. I look up and I'm like, oh, my. Okay, I try to get as much speed as I can to get up there, but you go up over the hill, you bend you go straight, and then it makes a bend to the right. So I can't carry a lot of speed. As I get to the top of the hill,
of course,
engine dies.
Yeah, but you had momentum at that point.
I had momentum, but I barely, I'm not joking, I barely made it over the top. I coasted all the way down, stopped the truck, flipped open the thing, and started rushing to get the car, okay? I'm not going to worry about the truck because I can't do anything at this point.
Right.
So at this point, I'm like, I just need to get on track. I'll come back to the truck here in a bit, but switch to the track day. So originally, the IMSA race was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. HOD actually had a track day at Sonoma on Thursday. So a couple months ago, the plan was go down, drive Sonoma, and then go to the IMSA race. Okay. HOD changed up their schedule. That was now off, so they weren't going to do it. Well, Rob then found out that the track ThunderHill had an open day on Thursday, like Sonoma had talked to them, and we could rent the track. The limit was you could only have 3 people on track at a time to keep it cheap. So only 3 people at a time and up to 12 drivers. Okay, so we had 4 groups of 3 people that went out there. To me, that was like perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like an open track, right?
That's absolutely an open track.
Amazing. I might lap you once, but, over a 20-minute session. So I go in Group B. Tires are cold, but me, I'm going to full send it. I'm like John, right? I'm just going to go for it. Think second lap, I go off track.
Really?
Come into a hairpin turn, I go right off the track.
At least you weren't going too fast,
I wasn't going too. No, I mean, coming into that, I was probably going maybe 50, 40. Slam on the brakes and just slide right off the track. Not a big deal, but I went all 4 off. Okay?
Yeah.
I pull back on. Yeah, the tires are way cold, like really cold, and I didn't deflate them either. So overinflated. Tires aren't cooked in yet.
And you went full send.
And I'm trying to go fast, right?
That's the trifecta of awesomeness.
So I go off. Okay, so I come back on. 2 laps later, come in, same thing. I don't go off track. I went off to, they have, there's a connecting part where it's concrete or asphalt, and I go off there. But I went off twice on that session. Now, part of it was my mind's still thinking about the truck.
Yep.
I didn't get much sleep that night, a couple hours of sleep, so my body's tired. I'm thinking about the car. I didn't let the car warm up. I'm rushing. So it wasn't a great first session. Not very impressed. So first session was a bust. For the next session, they moved me back into Group A. So now I'm in there with David. He's down there with his Porsche, and then there's Phil is down there in his his caddy.
Yeah.
So we're 3 in Group A. Next session goes out. I do fine, like no issues whatsoever. Really fun track. I think I only passed them one time the entire session, and it's like you're out there by yourself. Really fun track. Definitely different. Not my favorite. Has a lot of unique stuff. Kind of like ORP. They have this, I think my favorite one is that you go up a slight incline, and then it has a blind turn to the right. So like Gene's Corner, it's a blind turn. It's almost
Never let that go.
Actually, it's almost identical.
Yeah.
Because it has a slight incline.
Yep.
And then you have to brake right before you see it. Right?
Yeah.
You have to turn in before you
start
see
turning
it.
in before, yeah.
So it's exactly like that one. So we had that one. That was fun. They had another one, which was I guess it's kind of like a mini carousel that kind of wraps around, and you keep it tight, and then it's a blind turn up, and then like a slight right. So I like the blind stuff because you got to be committed, right?
Yep.
Because a lot of times people will brake or they'll let off. So it was a fun track. At that point, I think my lap time was 126. And we get off, and we're just talking, and David's like, so how'd you do? I'm like, I mean, it's okay. I got like a 126. He's like, dude, I got a 134. He's like, how are you going that fast so quickly?
And David's a good driver, too.
Yeah, David's a really good
Yeah.
driver. I'm like, well, I think probably the difference, because I followed, like when I caught to David, I kind of followed him for a bit. For me, because I've raced for so long, like I'm comfortable going out hot right away. David and other drivers, they need to build up to it.
Yep.
Right? They need to slowly build up to the time. Me, I feel comfortable just going right out. As long as I'll let the tires warm up, I feel comfortable going out really hot. So it was a great day. I mean, overall it was good. We took a lunch break, and then everybody had a really good day. I think I'm the only one that went off track, so that's a good thing. And
I wasn't there to see it.
I know.
Man.
I do have it on PDR. I don't know if I've overrode it yet. I'll make sure I do that before you see it.
So if no one sees it, it never happened?
That's right. No evidence. I think I got down to 124, which is really good. I think David got down to 128.
Okay.
The last session of the day, people started leaving early.
As
like 3 o'clock.
normal.
Right. David had to drive back. So he left. He didn't do the last session. So everybody had gone. The only person left was Ben and I. He wanted to do a 128 because when David left, he and Ben were talking because Ben had been trying to catch him. And David saying, hey, thanks for coming, blah, blah, blah. By the way, I got 128. And then he left.
Oh, David.
It was...
And Ben's competitive. So our friend Ben has got a CT5E Blackwing,
Yep.
supercharged V8 manual, and he goes full send
He
too.
does, yeah.
So he's fun. So he's good. So but he's aggressive and competitive.
That didn't sit well, right? And so I'd come back from getting a part, and everybody is kind of leaving. And
You took the Z06 to go get the part?
yeah. As I came back, we still have 30 minutes. It was at 4:30, and so the track is still hot for another half an hour. I'm like, hey, is anybody going out? And they're like, oh, I think Ben wants to. Are you going to? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to use the full time
for
right?
sure.
And so I went over to talk to Ben, and he told me that story about what David said. I'm like, okay, I tell you what, where are you right now? He said 129. I said, okay, let me follow you, and then you follow me. So I went out and I followed him, and I could see several areas where I thought that he could improve.
Probably over braking.
Yeah, he was braking way too soon.
Yeah.
Like the blind turn, braking there. Like I don't even lift. Like I'm going. I lift, but I never brake. And so there's a lot of areas. So I get in front, and I let him follow me for, 3 or 4 laps. At that point, I took off. Okay, so I'm like, hopefully he picked up enough at that point. And so then I think we knocked out like 15 laps, just like boom, boom,
Yeah.
solid. And then Ben Morrison, he was there. He got some video of us. He was like, man, you guys were like, how when we're on the track, we're like really close together.
Yeah.
Ben and I were like super close. He's like, man, that was really cool seeing you guys. So he gets off, and I go over. I'm like, hey, man, how'd you do? He's like, I got 128.
Nice.
I was like, awesome.
Nice.
Really cool.
Go Ben.
I know, that was really cool. So he was
That's
super
great.
happy.
The question is, though, when and how did he tell David, I got 128?
David told me later that he took a screenshot of it, and he sent
Sent it to him?
Yeah.
Nice. Gotcha.
So that was really cool. So back on the truck, there was an O'Reilly's in town. So before lunch, between sessions, I drove into O'Reilly's into town. It was about 10 minutes away. And I described the problem, and actually it was great. Another thing that the guy at the Chevy dealer did is he gave me a screenshot of the price of O'Reilly's with their part number so I could show it to him. So I showed it to him, fingers in. He's like, well, there's only one, and you won't believe it.
It's at the store you were just
It's
at.
at the store
where
I was at.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
So I'm like, crap, that's an hour and a half away. He said, don't worry, we'll go get it, and we'll have it this afternoon by 4 o'clock.
No way.
No joke.
O'Reilly's getting it done.
I know. So I'm like, great. I go back to track, do the thing. So right as I said before the session, I went there, grabbed the part. They had it. Only one. Drove back and did the last session of the day. So now it's 5 o'clock, packed everything up. I've got to now replace the part. And replacing the part means you got to cut in the wiring harness. And it is a bit nervous cutting in the wiring harness, but it's the fix. That's what the fix is. And it's like 95 degrees. It is baking hot. I had driven the truck. Now, the truck was in limp mode. I drive it up over the hill in limp mode. It took me forever to get it up over the hill because I didn't want the truck to get stuck on this side. I wanted to be stuck on the main side of the track.
Fair.
In case I needed to leave it, because I could always drive the car back home and then fly back down to get the truck later. So I wanted it stuck on the main part. And I talked to the track, and they said I could leave it there if I needed to.
Oh, that's nice of them.
Really cool. I mean, they were Shootler, I think is the guy's name. Really cool guy. So now I'm in there. I got to cut the wiring harness, and I'm trying to. They give you a butt connector in the kit, and there's not much room on the engine, and so I'm trying to butt connect. I put it in there. It connects, but it's not really solid, and I try to pull it, pulls out. So I end up just wire twisting it, and I didn't have any wire nuts either, and I don't want to do it, so I taped the living crap out of it. Black tape that sucker to death, right? Do all that, and maybe half an hour, and it was great. Ben and Ben, they both stayed with me the entire time.
That's awesome.
I mean, it's really cool. And they were saying, hey, what about this? Hey, you want to disconnect the battery? I'm like, oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, we should disconnect. So it was really good that, someone else kind of overseeing, hey, what do you think of this? Or are you doing? So They stayed there the whole time. I wired in, get it all connected, and I'm like, well, let me go test it over the hill. Let me drive back over the hill and see if I do it perfect. So I'm like, all right.
Now, did you have to do both
You're
cylinders?
supposed to do both.
But you only did one?
But the code only was only showing on one, and when you reset the pin, it was working. Okay, so I'm like...
So the assumption was the first one, the other one's fine.
The second one's going to go bad.
In other words, don't mess with it for now.
But I don't want to touch it.
Yeah.
But I have it, so if I need it, I can always tap it on the way back
Probably
home.
want to do, yeah.
But go up over the hill, perfect. Come back, get it. So I'm like, you guys go. I'm good now. Load up the car,
Gone.
drive home.
No issue.
No issue. It pulled 55 miles an hour all the way back home over the passes. Not a lick.
Man.
So it was totally perfect. So
Wow.
It was all good.
Wow.
So now I've got to undo my wiring or my tape mess and then wire it correctly and then chop number 7 and then wire that one correctly. I've got to do that. Actually, I got to do it this week because next week I'm making another road trip.
This is a big road trip.
It's a big road trip, and I don't want an issue on that road trip
No.
either. So I've got something big to do on that.
So this was a very planes, trains, and automobiles kind of issue or episode, really.
Yeah.
I think the next one we need to do more planes, trains. I was writing down 3 stories I've got that are pretty funny that I can share for the next time around. But I think these are really cool stories just because they add, whether you're a car guy or gal or not, a lot of people have had issues with cars or issues just getting somewhere, like multiple planes, multiple trains, canceled stuff.
Yep.
And they make for pretty fun stories, actually, because you're like, man, really? You drove across Alligator Alley with no AC in the summer on a quarter tank of gas? Yes, I did. And I'll tell you why. It wasn't because I wanted to. It's because I was stupid.
Well, I definitely have some interesting stories about vehicles abroad.
Yep.
That I think would be really good.
I've got a story I'll tell about going from Kaiserslautern to Berlin and taking twice as long as it should have in some rented Volkswagen Golfs.
So that was a fun trip. It was really cool to hang out with the club down there, get to see people on the track. Jimmy brought his daughter, and then they alternated.
I saw the video.
So that was really cool to have his daughter on track to do that.
She was doing good, too.
She did really good.
Yeah, it was so cool to see that. Like bringing another generation of drivers, in the mix. And she was driving a V. That's also
she was
great.
driving the V, and he's got his exhaust is like next level. I
Really?
don't know if he's got a Corsa. What he has sounds really, really good.
I got to find out what he has.
But it was that was such a fun day, and even though I went through this severe stress situation, I'm glad that it worked out. And just shout out to Richie. That dude was awesome for stopping to help me, and just really good person. I'm glad to see there's still good people in the world that are willing to help out.
And didn't ask for anything, just help to help because they wanted to.
He didn't ask for anything.
That's really cool.
Just out of the goodness of his heart. And he had his either his wife or fiance. I don't know if they're married or going to be married. So, but she was there with him too. She's like, he does this all the time. She's like, people need help. He's always stopping to help people. And I'm like, man,
that's good people.
Such good people. So,
good people.
I guess with that, we'll wrap.
Yeah, that was fun, man.
Go back out to
that's a great story.
We'll go out to the car show, and it looks like the weather's holding pretty good.
Yeah.
We'll go
Let's
out
go
there,
walk around.
Yeah, see what's happening. Until next time. Later.
As soon as I get it to go away,
I got to leave these in. This
is actually pretty funny. And I got it to go away so I don't sneeze in the microphone. And it's like right here at the tip, and then it doesn't come. Stupid brain.